For the past 20 years, Komen Oregon has provided tens of thousands of low-income women access to critical breast cancer screening and treatment. Last year, we witnessed the launch of the Patient Assistance Program, providing local families fighting breast cancer much-needed financial relief for childcare, transportation, utilities, rent, and food. And while the program is still growing, we've seen its power through the lives it has touched.
I've been a school counselor for 20 years, and 2 years ago I had an opportunity to start a program for people with autism. And I quit my very good, very secure job, and I used my savings as a counselor to start this organization. And it was very successful, but I decided that it wasn't for me. And right when I decided that I was going to stop that and try to come back to Oregon and pick up where I left off, I felt the lump, and I ignored it.
I lived in Seaside up until almost 2 years ago, and I had quit my job to work for my sons, and then the economy kind of went crazy, so I moved up here to get hopefully a full-time job, which I did. And I started in August, and then in January I found out that I had breast cancer.
I knew I had this lump. I had no insurance. I'd spent all my savings. I couldn't get back into a job that had taken very good care of me. It was about the lowest time of my life.
Yeah, when you get the cancer diagnosis, it's like somebody punched you in the gut. It's hard. My youngest one, I think, is still in denial. He won't talk about it much, but my oldest is. We've talked a lot about it. Being up here by myself and my family being at the coast was very, very hard. I have a grandson that's just 2 years old, and I'm missing so much of his growing up.
And there was it just seemed like so many appointments, they wanted to do a biopsy on my other breast, and you had to go in and see the plastic surgeon and the oncologist and the oncological surgeon.
I finished the chemo in November, and I finished the radiation in January. And the radiation was 5 days a week for, I think it was 6 weeks, yeah.
So I'm substitute teaching, but substitutes don't get paid leave. They don't have insurance. I had bilateral mastectomy, and I knew that I was going to be out of not working for 2 months. How was I going to eat? How was I going to pay my car payment? How was all my belongings, my earthly possessions are in storage. Before I was diagnosed, I really thought that Komen was more involved with research, which I thought was great. But knowing that they were hands-on in helping somebody with cancer get through.
Oh, it meant everything. They helped me with my rent twice, and they helped with my gas, because I had so many. I felt like I lived up here for a while. I had so many appointments, and it just helped so much to have that gas money too. And I don't know how I would have paid my rent a couple months without their help.
They paid for my mammogram. They were respectful and fast, and they paid for my car payment and my storage unit the month that I was out because I had my surgery. So it was huge. They called my storage unit, and they got an invoice from them. So they made it so incredibly easy for me, and I can't imagine what it would have felt like, because it's just been such a roller coaster, and that just having those things paid for made such a huge difference. I am a vibrant, participating member of society that needed this boost up. And if you had seen me crying, sniveling in my chair, going, what am I going to do next? You're going to help other people like me. Cancer can hit anybody at any time.
And I really, really hope that, people will donate to help people like me, because it's so needed and so appreciated.
I've learned so much about humanity through this whole experience, that people's hearts are so much bigger than I ever imagined. And cancer hits a chord in everyone. and they step up, and thank God that they do. I mean, I'm healthy. I don't have cancer anymore. I could have died and it's gone. And I don't know if people see that it's something that there's so many things that can't be helped right now. And breast cancer can be.